We are back. So today, this isn't going to exactly be a palette review. I've been doing a lot of palette reviews, and then I did a couple declutters, and I didn't want it to just be like, ooh, new palette, let me try it. Ooh, new palette, let me try it. Ooh, new palette, let me try it. I feel like that was just gonna get old at some point. So this is technically a new palette I am working with, but it's more of I'm trying to go out of my comfort zone and use colors that I don't typically use. So my lovely fiance got me the, oh, I should have looked this up, Ophiuchus? I'm gonna go with that. Ophiuchus from Terra Moon. Very pretty. Yes, Terra Moon. Oh dear. Terra Moon, it's a very pretty palette, but I feel like these are not typically the colors I would go for, in my opinion. Like, they're a little out of my comfort zone, and I think I got an idea of what I want to do with it, but I wanted to do a whole video basically playing with colors that are usually a little out of my comfort zone. So that's kind of the premise for today. So if you're interested, keep watching. I'm just gonna get y'all up close and personal. There we are. And then let's see. I'm gonna do one eye first, and then I'll switch, and then I'll go off camera and do the other eye. I just feel like that's been working better. And let's see. Okay, yeah, we're gonna use this brush right here. And I think we're gonna start with this Messier 12 right here, this like burnt orange, like muted orange, burnt orange shade. And we're gonna go with that. This is a very interesting palette. Ooh, okay, pigmented, very pigmented. That's my bad, that's very much my bad. I just barreled in with those colors. Ooh, okay, good thing to know for the next eye. Let me get a fluffier brush to see if I can like blend some of this out a little bit. Whoops, that's my bad. I've definitely tried like Terra Moon shimmers, and it's been a while since I've played with the mattes. So I was not expecting that much like pigment right off the bat, but it seems to blend out fine, so no worries there. So I'm not, and then I wanted to play with this this one right here, this turquoise color. I wanted to play with this turquoise color in this outer corner area. Just gonna really tap that out. I'm gonna start in the outer corner and just move my way up and try to blend it into this orange shade right here. And we're just gonna blend those two colors together. They are very pigmented. And honestly, these are colors not that I like, when I really think about it, I normally wouldn't gravitate towards. Especially this like burnt orange color is usually not like one of my favorite colors. And it's just interesting. What did I want to do next? Oh dear. I thought I had a plan, and then I didn't have a plan. And that's my fault. I should have had a better plan, but I didn't. All right, so we're gonna use a color switch on this. And we're gonna go into Serpent Bearer right here. And I just wanna really tap that off and just blend this edge right here. Just kind of blend out everything. I'm gonna go a little bit more into that Serpent Bearer and just blend out that edge. Color switch one more time, because I think I want to do a little bit more orange, because I feel like that orange is getting a little lost in the sauce there. Because I do want that orange to be kind of a prominent color. because it is one of the colors I'm not normally gravitating towards. And turquoise is not exactly, like, I don't know why I don't reach for turquoise. Well, actually, I kind of do. I just don't really have a ton of turquoise in my collection to begin with, so I don't really, like, gravitate towards it because I really don't have it, which is fine. Just not the color I would normally go for. I think I know what shimmer I'm going to use, but I think I'm going to do the mattes over here first, just to kind of match my face, and then I'll be right back. So with this kind of look, now that I've got both the mattes on, typically for a shimmer, I would usually go with something a little bit more colorful, but I think I'm gonna go with 13th Zodiac right here. This is actually more of a formula I'm usually scared to use because it's very flaky, and I usually don't use mirrored shades like this. So we're just gonna start with that. Oh yeah, that's like very, very flaky. I'm just hoping that it doesn't get everywhere. I might need to try something else real quick just before I make a final verdict on that one. All right, let me... Okay. I don't usually like using my finger, but we are for this instant. It's definitely very, like, mirrored. It's a very mirrored look. I'm gonna see if I can blend out a little bit of this, but I have a feeling it has already gotten out of control, and we're just going to have to live with the insanity at this point. Did not expect that. Was trying to keep it a little bit more controlled. I see that is not happening. So we are just going to, we're just gonna go with it. So, right, let me do this again. I need to learn how to work with these a little better than than what I know, just cause it isn't. Like, it's a very beautiful shade. It's very, like, mirrored looking. Definitely, I wouldn't say it has a translucent base, though. It's definitely got, like, a thicker base to it. Okay, so I definitely think using a brush doesn't bring as much pigment, but it definitely gets messy very quickly. Okay, I think I might just have to live with the fact that it's not going to be easily controlled or contained. All right. Ooh, my finger is glittery. I think I know what I'm going to do next. I think I'm going to go into this Dark Horse Nebula color. I don't wear, I used to, but I don't wear as many like military drab greens anymore. I am a millennial, so at one point I was wearing them pretty often, but I don't wear them on my eyes much anymore. Which isn't a bad thing, but I do kind of miss playing around with like olive drab colors, like playing with that side of neutral, because I usually play, like, when it comes to neutrals, like cool tone browns, or I play with like pinks, just those kinds of neutrals. And I feel like I just need to branch out and look at other versions of neutral. I am going to see if I can get rid of some of the glitter because I feel like all of it is not kind of where I want it to be. So I think I got most of it off that eye. This is definitely out of my comfort zone and the glitter has gotten a little out of hand. I think it's just going to be what it's going to be kind of deal. But I am going to get the rest of my face on and see how I feel about these colors on me specifically, because I don't really play with colors like this, so I am intrigued to see how the rest of the look will go, just to get an idea, because like I said, these are not colors I usually go for, and I'm a little scared. So let's just put on the rest and see how it looks once the rest of the face is together, because sometimes it needs like the rest of the face for me to be like, okay, we are where we need to be. So give me a few minutes to put on the rest of the face and I'll be right back. All right, full face is on. Shiny nose. Dang, that is shiny. Okay, now that I have the full face on, I'm liking the look a lot better. I feel like once you have a full face of makeup on, whatever eyeshadow you do, no matter what the colors are, usually can be saved once the full face is on. Now, I'm not saying that this is an awful look. I definitely don't think it turned out the way I thought it was going to turn out, for sure. But the colors aren't bad. I don't hate it. Like, I'm not sitting here like, oh, this is the worst thing I've ever done. Probably not the best thing I've ever done, to be quite honest. Like, I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay, I probably could have done some color matching a little better. I think when I thought this through in my head, I was thinking that the orange was a little brighter than what is on my face right now. Definitely think I want to try some different color combinations, but this is not a test of whether the palette's good. This is a test of wearing colors that I'm not exactly like comfortable with on my eyes, and I don't hate it. I think it's going to take a minute to get used to, but I don't hate it. I think using like stuff that I normally usually love on my face along with the eye look has helped a lot to get over the fact that I'm wearing colors I'm usually not used to. I do want to add a little bit of a review into here. So I think the mattes, even though they come off really pigmented, are easy to blend out, which was my fear. And then obviously the shimmer's gorgeous. Like, it got out of hand really quickly because I'm usually not a flaky shimmer kind of person, but it is beautiful. Like, that shimmer is like almost like liquid, like wet looking. And I do like that. Just not my normal go-to. Like, as you can see, like, the glitter's everywhere. The glitter's just everywhere. It's gonna be everywhere. I definitely want to play with this a little more to figure out some color combinations that I normally would love. But like I said, this is not bad. This is not the worst thing I've ever done. And I think it's kind of cute. But that's it. I will definitely have to look up how to pronounce this so I can use this in another video. One of the colors, that like pea green, pastel green, I would definitely love to use again, just in a more like prominent role on the eyes instead of just a blending out shade. I think that's it. Thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. Tell me what are some colors that you're nervous to use or kind of shy away from. What are colors you don't typically put on your eyes that make you nervous? I challenge you to actually use them. And if you have them, don't go buying stuff that you're only going to use once. But if you have it in your collection or your makeup stuff, try it. Just try using makeup eyeshadow colors you don't normally use on your eyes and see what you can do with it. Make sure to check out my Instagram. It is CAPT_IVATING_makeup. That is captivating makeup with 2 underscores. Don't forget. 2. Ooh, that almost looked like 3D. 2 underscores. I hope all of you have a wonderful, wonderful day. And hopefully I will see you in the next one. Especially the person who called me out on my first declutter video for June. I get it as 2025, but I'm tired. So I don't know what year I'm in. Thank you for pointing that out, though. I do appreciate it. But dang, you didn't have to call me out. Much love. Have a good day.